Hey boys and girls, welcome back. We're going to do a science experiment today that's also an art experiment and also can be a great Mother's Day gift for your mommy. Alright, so we're going to do something called chromatography. That's a big word. Chromatography, yes. And to get some super fancy scientist words for you right here, chromatography is the separation of a mixture, which is going to be the ink and our markers, by passing a solution, which is going to be our water, through a medium, which is going to be our coffee filter. That's all a bunch of big fancy science stuff for you when you're big kids at a big kids school. That's okay, we're just going to have fun because we're going to be coloring with markers on this cool paper that's shaped like a circle. It's got bumpy lines. It's called a coffee filter. You may have never seen a coffee filter before in the age of the Keurig machine, so you may not even have these at home. I didn't even have these at home. I had to go borrow some from another house. But all in the name of science, right? So we're going to make some flowers with these papers and these markers and some water. Sounds interesting, right? So you're going to need a paper plate or something to put your coffee filter on top of. Moms and dads, this is very, very important because the markers will definitely bleed through your coffee filters. Do not just put this flat onto a table. You're going to want to put something underneath, paper towel, anything, something underneath. And then just choose your colors. So let's see, I'm going to work with purple. I like that color. And I'm going to draw a design. You may want to just focus in the middle, do lines on the outside. For this one, I'm going to color my circle shape in the middle. Just like this. Just like that. I made a whole bunch already to show you different designs. So this one is like my rainbow flower. I did like a two-tone, red and orange. This one with stripes, purple and pink. A whole bunch of different flowers. Next, you're going to take your coffee filter circle and we're going to fold it in half, like a taco shape. So I'm going to take it, I'm going to fold it up like this. It's not the same taco. So I got tacos in the mind from yesterday. And I'm going to fold it again like this. That kind of reminds me of a seashell. And I'm going to fold it one more time. We're bringing these straight lines together. So now it kind of looks like a tortilla chip. Keep going with the Mexican food, huh? All right. I already have a whole bunch of these that I folded up already, like this. Now, for this experiment, I'm kind of doing my own little science with it along with you. I want to test out different ways that we are going to get the marker to move through the paper. So I have some jars of water. All you need is a very small amount of water in your jar. To not fill all up, just small little tiny bit. So we're going to do a couple of these papers already folded in jars of water. Let's see what happens. It's a rainy day outside, so there is a bunch of water out there already. I'm going to keep a couple of these open, just like this, and I'm going to lay them outside on probably a plastic lid, I guess, or a cardboard box, and let the rain trickle down on them. Let's see what happens, what kind of effect. I'm also going to use my own personal rain, my spray bottle, and spray a few of these to see that effect. And then we'll kind of check them out after it's done and see which one makes the coolest design. All right, so I will be back with you in a little bit after I get all these set up. Hey friends, welcome back. So I have taken my coffee filters out of my jars, and now I have really cool colored water, which is super cool because now I can use this for painting later. Double bonus. I left one inside so I can take it out to show you what it's like. And I brought my ones that I had outside, the rain, inside. And I also have my one that I did a paper plate. So let's look at the different ones to see what happened. So these ones were in my jars. And you can see the color has now gone all the way through. It looks kind of like tie-dye. Super, super cool. In the jar, it was really fun to do because as soon as I put my paper into the jar, I was able to see the water going up the paper and the colors moving through the paper. So that was really, really cool. I'm going to take this one out. Moms and dads. It is a little messy. And when it's dripping, it is dripping color. So you definitely want to have kind of protective surface when you're doing this. Otherwise you'll have washable color everywhere. You can open it up. And ta-da! Look at that. That's pretty cool, right? Now it's very, very wet. It's dripping. This needs to dry. I made the process go really, really fast by using a hair dryer to air dry it. But you can also lay it on paper towel and let it dry overnight, which is really cool because then you're going to get rainbow colored paper towels. So before you can make any kind of flowers, we need to let these circles dry, which mine are already dry. So that was the jar one. Now, my flowers I left outside, I was really excited about because one of them was the rainbow one. I really wanted to see what that would turn out like. Well, should have known this from doing similar experiments in the classroom, that the color sat for too long on a surface that wasn't allowing the water to move. So it kind of turned into a mushy mixed up color, and I lifted it up, all the color just dripped. So the rain definitely worked, got that same kind of tie-dye effect. It's just if you want to use the rainwater, only keep it outside for a very short amount of time. And watch it. Just like in the jars, you can see the drops falling and the color moving. And as soon as you feel like it's moved far enough, take it off. Don't leave it outside for too long. It just happened to me. And then the last one I did was I used my spray bottle on the paper plate. And that one looks like this. So you can still see the pattern that I drew. You can see that the color has moved and spread out a little bit. Now, this probably would have spread more if I kept spraying a lot of water. I only did enough that I knew the whole circle was wet. And look, my paper plate still has the color on it too. Just like that. So now that you have all these really cool dry paper circles, very important, make sure you let them dry, we're going to make some flowers out of them. So we're going to start with my fancy blue one. And I'm going to use the middle of my circle as my point. And I'm going to push my finger in on the other side, squeezing it around, squeezing in my middle. I'm just kind of twisting a little bit because I want to get like a little pointy point on the inside there, like that, so that I can wrap it with some tape to hold it in place. So now we have our flower head. As we know, a flower grows on top of a stem. We need a stem. So there's lots of options you can use for stems. If you have wooden craft sticks, that's a stem. You have the fuzzy pipe cleaners, that could be a stem. Straws. I went through my box of straws and found ones that have green lines on them. And the flowers even fit right inside, just like that. And that's a stem. Yeah, I don't have to even tape it. It's already in place. Look at that. You can also use chopsticks. Get a lot of chopsticks in our house. You could paint these green. You can use your markers and color them green since they're brown. And then I would do the same thing. I would just tape my flower around the top to put it in place like such. And there you go. If you have a whole bunch of these and put them all together, you got yourself a really pretty bouquet that you can give to Mom on Mother's Day. Just like this. This is really fun for me, and I'm an adult, so moms and dads need a little wind down activity at the end of the day. Make some really cool paper tie-dye flowers. All right, thanks for hanging out with me while I do my science experiment. Hope you have fun drawing it too. See ya, bye.